Shalom Aleichem, everyone. Hope everyone had a wonderful, wonderful week. This week we begin a new Sefer Shemos, and of course we're introduced to Moshe Rabbeinu, the most central figure that we'll have in the entire Torah, and the receiver of Torah. And the question is, why was Moshe specifically chosen? And when the Torah describes his midos, his attributes, we're not told that Moshe was the most brilliant of persons. That's not the attribute we're told about. We're told that Moshe was anav mikol adam, and apparently it's his anava, his modesty, his humbleness. That was the key to Moshe Rabbeinu's being the one who's going to be the leader of Klal Yisrael, and it's already reflected in the beginning of the parsha because Moshe grows up in the house of Paro, and he could have seen himself as literally the prince of Egypt, but when he goes out and he sees a Mitzri beating a Yehudi, vayar b'sivlosam, he sees the suffering of the Yehudi. The very next day, he sees two Jews fighting, and once again, Rasha lama sakere echa, he once again stands up for the victim. And when it comes to, he runs to Midyan, and now there are, if you will, Gentiles, the Roim of Midyan and Tzipora. Once again, he stands up for the victim, and it's because of his midah of anava that enables him to be there for other people. He's not there for himself. He's always there for those who are in need. And perhaps deeper than that is when it comes to Kabbalas HaTorah, when it comes to being the recipient of Torah, we know Mayim, Torah's nimshel lemayim. And the attribute of water is it always goes down to the lowest place. And Chazal tell us, just like Mayim always goes down to the lowest place, therefore Torah also, you need to make space for Torah, the anav. Pirkei Avos tells us, Moshe kibel Torah misinai. The Berditchever asked the following kasha. Why does it say Moshe kibel Torah misinai? It should have been Moshe kibel Torah besinai. But it's exactly the point. Sinai was the lowest of mountains. It wasn't a big mountain. It was a modest mountain. And why was Moshe the one who was Makabel Torah? He was Makabel Torah misinai, because the midah of Sinai. The midah of Sinai was a modest mountain, a low mountain. You don't have to be. Moshe's first revelation was at a sneh, not a big tree, not a cedar, but a lowly bush, because that is how we're Makabel Torah. That's how we truly, the great leaders are not the leaders that have arrogance, but the leaders that are there serving the people, serving at the will of the people. That was Moshe Rabbeinu. Moshe kibel Torah misinai, the midah of anava, the midah of shvelus, the midah of making room for others. That was the midah that Moshe had, and that's why he is the one who's going to be the Makabel HaTorah and transmitting it to Klal Yisrael. Wishing everyone a wonderful Shabbos Kodesh.